Hi everyone, and welcome back to Litigation Corner. I'm your host, John Martino, the Director of Litigation at Community Legal Services, and today we're talking about a danger that doesn't come from the weather, but from the people who show up after the storm. At Community Legal Services, we have worked with far too many clients who have lost even more after the disaster than during it, because they trusted the wrong person to help them recover. That's why, in this segment, we will guide you through the 5 key things every Floridian should know about avoiding contractor scams after a disaster. The first way to avoid a contractor scam: always verify the contractor's license. One of the easiest ways to protect yourself is to ask for a license and actually check it. In Florida, contractors are often required to be licensed. Whether they need to be licensed depends on the work. That said, there is security in using licensed contractors. That's because people with licenses want to maintain those licenses. You can look up the validity of a contractor's license at myfloridalicense.com. If they can't or won't show you their credentials, that's your sign that there may be red flags. Second way to avoid a contractor scam: don't pay everything up front. After a storm, some contractors will ask you for full payment before they even start the job. That's a huge red flag. Florida law gives you the right to wait until the work is done before handing over the final check. A small deposit might be normal, but not the full cost. Third way to avoid a contractor scam: always get a written contract. Even if you trust the person, even if they're a friend of a friend, get the contract for your work in writing. Florida's Home Solicitation Sales Act gives you 3 business days to cancel a home repair deal that you signed at your house. But if you don't have a written contract, you have no proof and no protection. Fourth way to avoid a contractor scam: be cautious of door-to-door offers. Scammers love to show up right after the storm, walking the neighborhood and offering a quick or cheap repair. Don't fall for high-pressure tactics. If someone is pushing you to act right away, that's a red flag. Scammers create a false sense of urgency so that you don't have time to think it through or check with someone you trust. Take your time. Get multiple quotes and check reviews or complaints before you agree to anything. The 5th way to avoid a contractor scam: contact your insurance before you sign anything. Some contractors will push you to sign repair contracts before you even speak to your insurer, but that can backfire. Always call your insurance company first. Take photos of the damage and make sure you understand what's covered. You don't want to lose your chance at reimbursement. Now let's talk about 2 topics that trip up a lot of people after a storm. First, what if your insurance company gives you an offer that seems way too low? It happens more than you might think. You get an estimate and it doesn't come close to covering the actual cost of repairs. That's frustrating and confusing. But you do have options. Most insurance policies in Florida include something called an appraisal clause. It's a way to resolve disputes about the value of your claim without having to go to court. Here's how it works. You choose a qualified appraiser. Your insurance company chooses one too. If the 2 don't agree, they pick a neutral umpire to make the final call. It's kind of like a built-in tiebreaker, and it can be a faster, more affordable way to settle disagreements over how much your damage really is worth. So before you panic or pay any out-of-pocket expenses, ask your insurer if appraisal is an option. And always document everything: photos, receipts, and written estimates. This brings us to one of the biggest misunderstandings Floridians have. Can a contractor or adjuster handle your insurance claim for you? If the policy was issued before January 1st, 2023, you may still see something called an assignment of benefits, or an AOB. That's when you sign paperwork allowing a contractor or adjuster to step into your shoes and deal directly with the insurance company for you. At first, this may sound convenient, especially when you're overwhelmed after a loss. But here's the risk. Once you sign an AOB, you hand over control of your claim. You no longer get to approve what's submitted or how payments are used. Many people have been stuck with surprise bills or even denied claims because of what someone else did in their name. If your policy was issued after January 1st, 2023, Florida law no longer allows the assignment of benefits for property insurance. That means contractors can't take over your rights under your policy. They can still talk with the insurer if you authorize it, but you still stay in control of your claim. If someone asks you to sign an AOB, pause before you do it. Read everything carefully. Don't be afraid to call your insurance company or even an attorney for guidance first. And remember, be very careful who you let handle your claim. Call our helpline if you're dealing with an assignment of benefits issue that was signed before 2023, or if someone is asking you to sign a new one now. We know how chaotic and overwhelming life can be after a storm. The damage, the cleanup, the stress. It's enough to deal with, without having to worry about being scammed too. But with just a little knowledge and a few extra steps, you can protect yourself, your home, and your peace of mind. Check licenses. Get everything in writing. Don't rush into contracts and never pay everything up front. Call your insurance before you agree to any repairs, and if something feels off, call us. At Community Legal Services, we're here to help you navigate the legal side of disaster recovery. If you're facing a contractor dispute, insurance problem, or need legal advice after a storm, check out our website at legalaccessforall.org or call our helpline at 1-800-405-1417. Thank you for joining me today for Litigation Corner. Next time, we will begin a journey across our 12-county service area to celebrate a very special anniversary. See you then.